The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Presidential aspirant and Vice President Leni has clarified her earlier statement on vote buying. To tell us more, we have Marlene Alcaide joining us over the phone. Marlene is in Naga City. Hi, Marl. What was the Vice President's explanation for her earlier remark about vote buying?
Sean, Vice President Leni is here in her bailiwick in the Bicol region. She actually met with some earlier today, and in her press con, she clarified that she does not condone vote buying. In an online forum with household helpers yesterday, Vice President Robredo was asked about vote buying. She told them to accept the money since it comes from public funds. But the Vice President reminded them that they should still vote according to their conscience. However, this did not sit well with COMELEC spokesperson James Jimenez. In a tweet, he said that vote buying is an election offense and no one should suggest this to voters. Robredo clarified that she was just stating the reality on the ground, that vote buying exists and is even rampant in some areas. She also noted that lack of enforcement against this vote buying. On the topic of substitution, she said that she supports calls to revisit the rules since it is prone to abuse, since there are some who tend to file candidacies only as placeholders. Sean, Vice President Leni is also not backing down on Senator Manny Pacquiao's proposal to have a face-to-face debate with other presidential candidates. This is so aspirants can dissect certain issues. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for that update and stay safe down there in Naga City. That was Marlene Alcaide joining us over the phone. Thanks, Marlene. PDP Laban President and Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi says that President Duterte may run for senator in the 2022 elections. In a radio interview, Cusi confirmed the party's efforts to convince the president to gun for a Senate seat. Cusi said Duterte could also act as campaign manager for Senators Bato de la Rosa and Bongo. The group is still open to having Duterte back as their vice presidential bet, but for now, the ruling party is sticking to backing the tandem of Senators de la Rosa and Bongo. And the COMELEC is seeking to impose more sanctions against nuisance candidates. The poll body's Law Department Director, Maria Tangaro Casingal, told the Senate that they plan to disqualify nuisance bets for two successive elections. This is on top of the proposed 100,000 peso penalty, which was already approved by the lower house.
We support the imposition of the fine of 100,000, and we also propose that those who were declared as nuisance candidates...
Now, right? Right now, you don't have a fine.
Yes, Your Honor, we do not have any fine. And we also would like to propose that those who have been declared as nuisance candidates be disqualified from running for two successive elections.
And President Duterte has stressed the importance of having a coordinated regional effort within the ASEAN to battle the COVID-19 pandemic. In a virtual summit, Duterte called for the immediate establishment of the ASEAN Center on Public Health Emergencies and Emerging Diseases. He also emphasized the need for an ASEAN recovery program. United States President Joe Biden, who was also present at the summit, announced plans to provide around $100 million in funding to the ASEAN. This is expected to be used for health, climate, economic, and education programs. The Health Department has reported over 3,200 fresh COVID-19 infections today. This brings the caseload to above 2,768,000, some 50,000 of which are still active. The virus killed at least 271 more patients, pushing the death toll to over 42,300. Meanwhile, recoveries have surged to over 2,676,000, with 6,600 new survivors today. Around 7% out of the 41,000 people who recently tested for COVID-19 returned positive results. Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Environment Secretary Roy Cimatu says he has relieved Manila Bay Task Force Director Jake Meimban from his post. This is after thousands of people flocked to the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach over the weekend, completely ignoring minimum health safety protocols. The Court of Appeals has declared Mandaluyong City's ordinance prohibiting males from being motorcycle backriders as unconstitutional. In its decision, the 5th Division of the court said this violates equal protection since there is no substantial distinction between a male and female backrider. The ordinance was enacted as a way to deter crimes perpetrated by riding in tandem. And in sports, the heated PBA Philippine Cup Finals is boiling down to a pivotal Game 4 later today. TNT is looking to bounce back from its Game 3 loss to take full command of the series, while Magnolia is trying to get the series back to square one at 2 wins each. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.